It's a new kind of gold rush, and instead of heading for them thar hills, people are heading for them thar local jewelry stores to try to sell their gold, because prices for it have never been higher. In fact, the price has never been higher. It's more than $1,700 an ounce. The price is going up and fast because in volatile economic times, when the stock market is falling and the bond market is uncertain, investors put their money in gold and other precious metals.
Price of gold rising again. Ads for gold coins are flooding the radio airwaves and popping up on Facebook.
But consumer reporter John Matarese has a new warning about counterfeit coins flooding the market now.
Here at Coins Plus, a downtown Cincinnati landmark for 40 years, owner Brad Karoliff now spends a lot of his time checking for counterfeits.
The one in my left hand is a legitimate U.S. Mint product.
In one hand, a 1-ounce U.S. Eagle gold coin worth over $1,000. In the other, a Chinese knockoff worth maybe $1.
And some of them are getting pretty good. They will fool the average person, and even some professionals have been fooled.
Many collectors who order these coins online are unable to tell the difference.
What did you think when you saw them?
I was tricked.
Well, the problem is you'll invest $1,200 or $1,300 into a worthless piece of metal.
The National Association of Numismatics, that's coin professionals to you and me, say counterfeit silver coins, even fake 1-ounce gold bars, are flooding the U.S. market this year.
Coin dealers tell us some of these reproductions are so good they weigh almost as much as the real gold coin.
Even the packaging is identical. Karoliff says the only way to tell is to do a scratch or acid test, which in this case found lead underneath.
They're getting better and better.
Or deal with a reputable seller.
The key to it is you need to deal with someone who is reliable, who's been in business, who knows what the difference between the counterfeit and the real is, and somebody that will stand behind what they sell you.
What in the world is going on with gold? Like, what should people do about gold, and what should people do with precious metals in general?
Buy them. I mean,
buy them. Okay.
Point blank, buy them. There's something we have to realize, and there's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of theories, but the truth is major central banks around the world, including China, India, and Russia, are all accumulating massive stockpiles of gold.
That's
China
right.
is buying everything it can. It's mining and then keeping most of the gold in its country. There is something that's going on because all of the currency right now, the US dollar, the yen, the RMB, the euro, all of these things are fiat, meaning that they're just printed out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is eventually every currency goes to zero. Ron Paul used to say this, he still does.
Yeah.
And everybody that's savvy financially, that understands currencies and economics, understands the same thing. Currencies that you print out of thin air, like all of these, eventually go to zero. What doesn't go to zero is gold. It never has, it never will. It's got intrinsic value, and there's a reason that you want to have some of it. It's part of it's a hedge, part of it's the potential that it goes through the roof when we're looking for value globally. There's a reason that China is putting billions and billions, hundreds of billions, if not trillions, into gold, because they understand the value, and they also there's a deep possibility that they end up backing their currency, the yuan, by a partial or full gold at some point. Should that happen, for them to start dominating the international currency system, it changes everything. And what it does immediately is it makes gold a lot more valuable. It makes the dollar and every other currency that's not based on gold a lot less valuable.
And what are your feelings on Bitcoin?
I think it's an amazing technology, and it's funny because my friends in the precious metals world that look at it go, we don't understand it, and what's it based on? It's based on nothing other than just dots and bits and bytes, and there's nothing backing it up.
Your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the ICO from Karat Bank. Bitcoin is more than just an anonymous means of payment. Its huge increase in value has led to cryptocurrencies being termed the digital gold of the modern age. While cryptocurrencies have only recently revolutionized the world, physical gold has been used as a means of payment for over 4,000 years, as it is trusted on a global scale, is limited in quantity, and has a stable value. What happens when you combine these enormous industries? Introducing Karat Bank Coin, Karatbars coin is the first coin that is linked to physically deposited gold. Each coin represents a certain amount of gold, which can be traded in at any time. The security is unique in the crypto world and is attracting a huge amount of buyers. And this is your opportunity. Karatbars is implementing a unique ICO. During the ICO, you will not just be able to buy the coins cheaply, you will also receive a bonus of up to 40% on your purchase. Karatbars coin has a cooperation with Karatbars, which already has a community of over 480,000 gold buyers worldwide. The globally expanding network of Karatbars acceptance points simplifies the launch of Karatbars coins. Any company that accepts Karatbars will also accept Karatbars coins in the future. For these reasons, a high market capitalization can be realized quickly.
I talked about this in a previous video that I did, but I just mentioned it very briefly for those who didn't see. BRICS morphing into an anti-dollar alliance, something that is obviously going to be very important, particularly as the years go on. They wanted to establish an international alliance of countries willing to get rid of the dollar in international trade and refrain from using the dollars in their currency reserves. This is what we've been warning about. How many times have you seen this before? But now it is actually in words, in print, actually saying they do not want to use the US dollar in their currency reserves. That is a currency war. That is in another way, really moving away from the whole dollar standard that they have. This is going to be a major blow to the US dollar and will ultimately result in a collapse of its value, far greater than what we've seen. Russian-led gas OPEC may emerge soon. They're talking about how they want to go away from that, and as I said at the beginning, Russia and China leading the pack in this. And you have 40 central banks now investing in the yuan. That is a huge blow to the US dollar, and it marks something that could happen in the near future where China officially becomes the world reserve currency. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen overnight. I really don't see that happening, but it will mark the death of the dollar. And that's what's a big concern for all of the multinational corporations, military industrial complex, and a banking system that runs off of that US dollar and everything that it supports. So let's take a look deeper into this. Let's keep following it, and we watch as time goes on, more and more countries renouncing the US dollar, slowly waning away off that US dollar and going into currencies like the yuan.
So here's a close-up shot of the front side of a Karatbar 1 gram 24 karat gold money card. And the first thing you'll notice is how visually attractive these cards are. They're absolutely beautiful. In the lower left corner is the 1 gram size designation. And remember, Karatbars gold money cards also come in 2.5 gram and 5 gram denominations. In the middle of the card is the 24 karat gold bar. If you look closely, you'll see that the gold bar is engraved with the words 1 gram fine gold, 99.9 purity, which is the purest gold on the planet. On the right side of the Karatbar gold money card is the warranty of certification, which guarantees the weight and purity of the gold bar. And in the bottom box is the signature of the assayer who has inspected this card and attests to its weight and purity. At the very bottom right corner, you'll see it reads LBMA Gold. LBMA is an acronym for London Bullion Market Association. I went to the LBM website, and this is what it says. The ongoing work of the association covers a number of areas, among them refining standards, trading documentation, and the development of good trading practices, the maintenance of the good delivery list, including the accreditation of new refiners, and the regular retesting of listed refiners is the most important core value of the LBMA. So what all that means is that the refinery that Karatbars International uses has met the standards of the LBMA, and the LBMA has given the gold bars inside the cards its seal of approval. And honestly, that's a really big deal. Now let's take a look at the back of the card. There's two very important and very cool features that I want to point out here. The first is, you'll see in the lower left corner is a QR code. When you scan the QR code, it takes you to a Karatbars gold bullion certification statement, which attests that the gold money card is the real deal. And very soon this QR code is going to be used to verify the value of the card based on the market price of gold on the day it is scanned. That's pretty cool, huh? The other feature I want to tell you about is the hologram. The back of the gold bar is actually covered with a special hologram, which is an ingenious security feature. And this is how it works. So long as the hologram has not been compromised or tampered with, Karatbars International guarantees the card's purity and weight. And that's what makes it possible for Karatbars gold money cards to be accepted around the world as an alternative form of exchange in business transactions. Because people have come to understand the certificate of authenticity features of the Karatbar cards and are confident that these cards are real gold-backed money. So let's quickly talk about some problems that Karatbar cards solve. The fact is that gold bars, gold coins, and gold jewelry are expensive, very impractical to use as money, and can be difficult, if not impossible, to prove their purity. But Karatbar gold money cards are affordable to everyone. At the time of this recording, a 1 gram Karatbar card is only $65 US. Karatbars come in small denominations that can be easily used for everyday business transactions. And as you've seen, Karatbars are guaranteed for purity and weight. So, you may be asking, how can I get my hands on some Karatbars gold money cards? Well, you can't get them from any precious metal dealers. You can only get them from an authorized Karatbars affiliate rep, like me. Or, even better, you can become a Karatbars affiliate rep and purchase them directly from Karatbars International yourself. It's free to register, there's no minimum purchase amount, and there's no monthly requirements. And you can qualify for major discounts and bonuses. And Karatbars International will store your gold cards for free, or you can have them shipped to you. So, here's what you need to do now. Register for your free Karatbars account today. You can become a client or an affiliate rep. Right here's the link to register. There's clickable links in the description section below this video.